Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and you are watching TTV News from Tay Ninh Radio television station. And now we come into details. Ladies and gentlemen, National Conference summarizing the mass mobilization working the third Congress term of the party. Summarizing the mobilization work in 2020, implementing the tasks in 2021 were conducted on December 31st in Hanoi. Mr. Trần Quốc Vượng, member of the Politburo Standing Committee of the Secretariat, attended and directed the conference. Attending the conference at the report of Tay Ninh Province, there were Mr. Nguyễn Thành Tâm, Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, Chairman of the Provincial People Council, leaders of the Provincial People Committee, departments, committees, and branches of the province.
The report of the Central Commission for Mass Mobilization set out by 2020 with the requirements of continuing to promote the mobilization work. The party committees at all levels organized the party practice middle leadership, direct the political system to raise the awareness, responsibilities and coordination in mobilization work. For Tay Ninh Province by 2020, the mobilization system, the Fatherland Front and social political organizations will continue to innovate the content and support, improve operational efficiencies and strongly orient themselves towards the grassroots, focus on strengthening and consolidating the organization, developing union members, take care of the material and spiritual life for the union members and the people as well, actively implement social security, people external relation, mobilize the social resource to support the people in difficulty due to the impact of COVID-19 pandemic, total value of more than 60 billion Vietnam dong. Donation to the people in the central region of the flood with the amount of more than 5.3 billion Vietnam dong. Addressing the meeting in 2021 with a focus on promoting the implementation of grassroots democracy regulations, Mr. Trần Quốc Vượng asked to continue to make a stronger change in the sense of the responsibilities of the party committee, the political system of the mobilization in the direction of innovation, practically associated with the lives of all strata of the people, taking the life, satisfaction and confidence of the people as an important criterion.
In the afternoon of December 31st, 2020, the People's Committee of Tay Ninh Province had a meeting to end fiscal year 2020. Attending the event, there were Mr. Nguyễn Thành Tâm, Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, Chairman of the People's Council of Tay Ninh Province, Mr. Nguyễn Mạnh Hùng, Standing Vice Chairman of the Provincial People Committee, Mr. Huỳnh Thanh Phương, Deputy Head in charge of the delegation of the National Assembly of Tay Ninh Province. In 2020, facing many difficulties and risks due to the impact of the COVID-19 epidemic, the determination of the broader political system and the taxation industry has contributed to the completion of the 2020 tax budget revenue estimate. The total tax budget revenue in the province by December 30, 2020 reaches more than 10,122 billion Vietnam dong, rose 4.4%. Over the same period, there are 6 districts, towns and cities exceeding the estimate, in which the highest surpassing district is Tân Biên with nearly 126%. There are 7 revenues exceeding the estimate. 9 revenues did not reach the estimate, reaching the budget revenue milestone of more than 10,000 billion Vietnam dong in the COVID-19 epidemic. The business was delayed, only recovering in the second half of the year was the highlight of Tay Ninh. Local purchase revenue and additional central sources for locality have basically answered the spending task according to the SI estimates. The banking industry has a total loan balance of more than 67,000 billion Vietnam dong, an increase more than 15% from the beginning of the year. ROE is about 5%. The year 2021 is the first year of implementing the resolution of the 13th Congress of the party. The resolution of the Party Congress of the Tay Ninh Province for the 11th and the 5-year Social Economic Development Plan 2021-2025. In the complicated developments of COVID-19, the estimated tax budget revenue is 2021 is 10,500 billion Vietnam dong. Mr. Dương Văn Thắng, Vice Chairman of the Provincial People Committee, suggested that the finance sector, the banking sector, and all the units in the road focus on well-performing the desired tasks. There were the work curve advising the Provincial Party Committee, People Council, People Committee of the province to promulgate solutions to focus on directing and operating to improve the investment environment, develop enterprise, and attract investment element economic programs, creating income sources for the budget. Mr. Nguyễn Thành Tâm, Secretary of the Royal Party Committee, Chairman of the People's Council of the Ninh Province, together with leaders of the Royal People Committee, the delegation of the National Assembly of the Ninh Province presented flowers to congratulate the General Economic Unit Bloc, the State Bank, Bank for Social Policy, and commercial banks in the area have successfully completed the financial tasks in 2020.
And in the morning of December 21st, the People's Committee of the Ninh City held a training conference on law on state secret protection and related regulatory documents for leaders, security officers of the advisory agencies assisted in the City Party Committee, the Vietnam Fairland Front Committee of the City, social political organizations, city police and specialized agencies in the cities, wards and communes. At the training section, delegates listened to Senior Lieutenant Colonel Nguyễn Văn Phong, head of the Internal Political Protection Department of Provincial Public Security, implementing a number of basic contents of the Law of Protection of State Secrets in 2018. Decree number 26 dated February the 28th, 2020 of the government, detailing a number of articles of the Law on Protection of State Secrets, and decision of the Prime Minister on the promulgation of the list to protect state secrets in its field, at the same time stating current situation and situation of disclosing and leaking state secret information over the past time.
Overcoming a difficult period due to the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic, the development targets for social insurance, health insurance, and unemployment insurance participations in 2020 in the province have still achieved many positive results. Up to now, the whole province has nearly 214,000 people participating in compulsory social insurance, accounting for 32% of the province's workforce. Nearly 6,900 people participated in voluntary social insurance. This number exceeded the target of the resolution of the province. Regarding health insurance in 2020, it is estimated that over 86% of the population will participate. Particularly, the number of voluntary social insurance participants has not met the target assigned by Vietnam Social Insurance, but has increased by over 1.5 times compared to the same period in 2019. This is a bright spot in the development of subject of the social insurance industry in this year. The goal of the social insurance of the Ninh Province in 2021 will develop at least 90% of the population to participate in health insurance, 35% of the workforce but to participate in social insurance. In particular, the requirement to develop voluntary social insurance with the goals must reach 1% of the workforce in the A group. With unemployment insurance, it must reach 28% of the workforce.
And in order to meet the production needs of the current programs, the Ninh radio and television stations step by step perfecting and overcoming shortcomings to improve the quality of broadcast programs and preparation put into operation of more One News Stereo. This is one of the new technical items invested in the equipment procurement project in 2020, with new HD technology equipment contributing to improving the pictures and sound quality of the station, ensuring the maximum of optimization of equipment in the current 4.0 revolutions. Requirements are invested and exploited with full capacity will help the Ninh radio and television station get the capacity to produce quality of programs in contents and forms strong enough to transmit broadcasting, professionally connecting with transmission and broadcasting infrastructures on radio and television stations in the region, for the nationally and internationally, meeting the increasing demand for information and enjoyment of the people. It is expected that in the first quarter of 2021, the Ninh radio and television station will put into use the stereo system to produce new programs. The stereo film has been currently completed the construction of the sound paste, the cooling system, and seats. However, in order to come into operation, it is necessary to invest in sound system, LED screen, stage recording equipment systems. But TayNinhTV Radio and Television is also waiting for allocated capital from 2021 to continue to implementing the next phase of construction. And if the capital is soon allocated, it is expected that in the second quarter of 2021, the two research film stereo project of the TayNinhTV Radio and Television stations will be exploited in phase number 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the morning of December 30, The Bronzo Youth Union held a conference to summarize the work of the Youth Union, Federation, and the teenager movement in 2020. Due to the influence of the COVID-19 pandemic, in 2020, activity and movement were implemented in the direction of the reduction ritual, focusing on improving the quality and efficiency of the activities. Attending there were Comrade Nguyễn Văn Hợp, head of the Bronzo Party Committee, chairman of the Vietnam Farland Bronx Committee of the province. In 2020, Tay Ninh's youth had many works and jobs bringing practical benefit, creating a mark in the society. 3 province-level youth projects achieved and exceeded the set targets, in which 70 kilometers of the project lining the border patrol road with solar lights and project Light of Country Road has been carried out and built 11 game clusters under the project, equipped with a cluster of free games for children. 6 per 7 annual plans target were implemented to reach and exceed it. The remaining targets, though not yet reached, are still implemented at a high level. Root activities, movement from province to grassroots have brought about economic value estimated at nearly 50 billion Vietnam dong. Many new models demonstrating the excitement and reactivity of the youth in the home province in COVID-19 epidemic prevention and control have also been implemented, such as mobilize resources to support medical equipment, support funding for epidemic prevention and control, self-designed ATM, automated hand washing machine, material group harness, hand sanitizer reparation, implementing the model meal with 0 Vietnam dong, the loaf transporter, bringing a total economic value of the more than 20 billion Vietnam dong. At the end of 2020, the Bronzo People Committee President developed the unit leading the emulation movement to the Minh District Youth Union and the Vietnam Youth Federation of Vĩnh Châu District. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today TTV News. Thank you for joining with us and see you next time.